everyone, welcome to Amarjyoti's Crochet World. Today I am here once again with my new tutorial. Today we are going to make a beautiful amigurumi, and most of the kids today are just crazy about it. It's BTS Cooky, BTS BT21 character Cooky. So I have made this plushie with the help of acrylic yarn. You can make with cotton yarn or cotton thread as well. Okay, so this is a bit big one. We are going to make a bit smaller than this one. Okay, so let's start making this. So for making this I have used, as I told you, acrylic yarn. The shades you need, basically 3 shades: these baby pink, the white, and the black for the facial features. Okay, so these 3 shades you need basically for making the cookie. Okay, for and the other things that you need is the 3 shades of yarn and this stuffing, fiber stuffing to stuff inside the toy. Okay, and the crochet hook that I am going to use is, I am using 4-ply acrylic yarn, and the crochet hook that I am going to use is 2.0 mm crochet hook. Okay, so here I would like to specify that whatever yarn or thread you are going to use, whether it is cotton, whether it is acrylic yarn, you just use the hook smaller than the specified hook for that. Okay, whatever hook is recommended for the particular yarn or thread, you have to use a smaller hook size, so that, because we are doing an amigurumi project, for amigurumi project the hand tension should be a bit tight one. So for that we can use the smaller hook. The smaller hook we is for this yarn 3.0 mm crochet hook is recommended, and I am using 2.5 mm crochet hook. Okay, we need pair of scissors, tapestry needle, and stitch marker, because this whole work is to be done in spirals, and for these spirals we need to work we need marker, stitch marker, so that we are not we will not miss any stitch, starting of the stitch. Okay, so let's quickly begin. So this video is divided into basically 3 parts. So first part we will be making the head, facial features we will do in the other part. So in this part we will be making the head and the arms. Okay, so for making the head, take the pink shade first of all, and then make a magic circle. Take the yarn, hold the end in your thumb and finger, wrap it around your finger. You can wrap around 2 fingers also, on 1 finger also, and wrap it around like this, making an X kind of yarn over your finger. So the one that was below, put your crochet hook below that and pull this loop from here. Oops, like this, and then pull it from here. Why it's not coming out? Okay, fine. So pull it out here and then make chain 1. So chain 1 will secure it. Now this loose end should be to your side. Okay, so this is the magic ring or magic circle. Now in this magic circle, make 6 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now you have 6 single crochet stitches in the circle. Now you have to pull the loose end to close the loop. Okay, because we are going to work in spirals, so we are not going to slip stitch to close this end and then start a new row. So we are going to start immediately from the first stitch over here. So in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet stitch, and this first single crochet stitch I am going to mark with the stitch marker. Taking my stitch marker, and immediately this first stitch that I have made just now, mark with the stitch marker. Now one single crochet is done in the first stitch and second single crochet is to be done in the same stitch. The first stitch I have marked with the stitch marker. Like this you have to make 2 single crochet stitches in all the way round in all the 6 stitches of the first row. Okay, this is row number 2. So 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitches. So row number 2 you will be having stitch count of 12. 2, 1, 2, and the last stitch 1 single crochet stitch and 2 single crochet stitches. To verify the stitch count, just count the number of stitches all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12th one is with the stitch marker. Okay, so row number 2 is done. Remove the marker when you start the new row. 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Again mark it with the stitch marker. And 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. So row number 3 will be having this pattern. 1 single crochet stitch in the first stitch, 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. So all the way round make 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and your stitch count will increase from 12 to 18. Okay, so I'll meet you in a while. Make this this pattern 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet till the last stitch. Okay, so I'm done with 18 stitches. The last stitch will be having 2 single crochet stitches. Row number 3 is done. Row number 4, start with 1 single crochet in the first stitch and again mark this first stitch with the stitch marker. Now 1 single crochet stitch in the second stitch, 2 single crochet stitches in the third stitch. So this time our sequence will be 1, 1 and 2. So repeat this whole sequence till the last stitch. You will again end up with 2 single crochet stitches in the last stitch and your stitch count will increase from 18 to 24. So 1, 1 and in the third stitch 2 single crochet stitches. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, repeat till end. So I am done with row number 4. My stitch count has increased to 24. So removed my stitch marker. Row number 5. 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark it with the stitch marker once again. So every first stitch of every row will be marked with the stitch marker. Okay, so row number 5. 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the second stitch, 1 single crochet in the third stitch and 2 single crochet stitches in the fourth stitch. So our sequence is 1, 1, 1 and 2. Right? Repeat this sequence till end. 1, 1, 1 and 2. 1, 1, 1 and 2. Your stitch count will increase from 24 to 30. So after row number 5 your stitch count should be 30. Okay, row number 5 is also done. Remove the stitch marker. Row number 6. 1 single crochet stitch in the first stitch and again mark this stitch with the stitch marker. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 in the second, 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. Now in the fifth stitch make 2 single crochet stitches. So 1, 1, 1, 1 and 2. So 1 single crochet stitches in the first 4 stitches and in the fifth stitch make 2 single crochet stitches. Repeat this sequence till this last stitch and you will end up with 2 single crochet stitches in the last stitch. Your stitch count will increase from 30 to 36. Okay. So I'll meet you at the end of row number 6. So row number 6 is done. Remove the stitch marker, starting row number 7. Again one single crochet in the first stitch and marking it with my stitch marker. One single crochet in first stitch, one in the second, one in the third, one in the fourth, one in the fifth, and 2 single crochet in the sixth stitch. Okay, so one single crochet stitch in first 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and in the sixth stitch make 2 single crochet stitches. Okay, repeat this sequence, one single crochet in first 5 stitches, 2 single crochets in the sixth stitch. Again you will end up with 2 single crochet stitches in the last stitch, and your stitch count will increase from 36 to 42. So your row number 7 will be having a stitch count of 42. So I'll meet you in a while after making out at the end of row number 7. So I'm done with row number 7. Now remove the stitch marker to start row number 8. Starting row number 8 with one single crochet in the first stitch and again marking it with the stitch marker. Okay, so one single crochet in the second stitch, one in third, one in fourth, one in fifth and one in sixth stitch. So one single crochet in first 6 stitches and 2 single crochet in the 7th stitch. So one in the first 6 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and 2 single crochet stitches in the 7th stitch. Okay, repeat this sequence till end, one single crochet in first 6 stitches and 2 in the 7th stitch. So repeat this till end. You will end up with 2 single crochet stitches in the last stitch, and your stitch count will increase from 42 to 48. So I'll meet you at the end of row number 8. Okay, row number 8 is done. My stitch count has increased to 48. So now I am going to stop increasing, and from row number 9 to row number 20, next 12 rows I am going to make one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. One single crochet in the first stitch, mark it with the stitch marker. Okay, and then this is row number 9. So one single crochet stitch in each of the 48 stitches. That means without increase or without decrease, now our work will get a circular shape. So one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. This is row number 9. Like this up to row number 20, make one single crochet stitch in each stitch. Every time you will start up a new row, remove the marker and then make a single crochet in the first stitch, again mark it with the stitch marker. So this will denote the starting of the new row. Okay, so next 12 rows I am going to make one single crochet in each stitch. So I'll meet you in a while after making 20 rows. So at the end of the 20th row we'll catch up together. Okay, so I am done till row number 20. Let's start row number 21. From row number 21 we are going to make a decrease. Okay, so removed my stitch marker, one single crochet in the first stitch and mark it with the stitch marker. So one single crochet in the first stitch, one in the second, one in the third, one in the fourth, one in the fifth and one in the sixth. So one single crochet in first 6 stitches, and 7th and 8th stitch we are going to make an invisible decrease. So how to make an invisible decrease? Take the front loops of both the stitches, yarn over and pull through both the loops, yarn over and pull through both the last loops. So this is invisible decrease. For amigurumi we do this kind of decrease. Okay, so we are going to follow the same sequence. One single crochet in first 6 stitches, 1 2 3 4, 5 and 6, and in the 7th and 8th we are going to make an invisible decrease, taking the front loops, both the loops at a time in the crochet hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Okay, so this is the way we are making 2 single crochet together. So 1 single crochet in first 6 stitches and an invisible decrease, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and an invisible decrease. So follow this sequence till end. Your stitch count will come down from 48 to 42. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row number 21 with the stitch count 42. Row number 21 is done. Remove the stitch marker to start row number 22. Start with 1 single crochet in the first stitch and again mark it with the stitch marker. So row number 22 starts with 1 single crochet in first 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1 single crochet in first 5 stitches and an invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. 1 single crochet in first 5 stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5 and an invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so your stitch count will decrease from 42 to 36. So repeat this sequence, 1 single crochet in first 5 stitches and 2 single crochet together or an invisible decrease. Repeat this till end. This is row number 22 and your stitch count will come down to 36. So I'll meet you at the end of row number 22. Row number 22 is done. Remove the marker to start row number 23rd. 1 single crochet in the first stitch and again mark it with the stitch marker. So in this row number 23 we are going to follow 1 single crochet in first 4 stitches. So 1 we have done, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and an invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in first 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4 and an invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. So repeat this sequence till end. 1 single crochet in first 4 stitches and in the 5th and 6th you are going to make an invisible decrease or 2 single crochet together, and your stitch count will come down from 36 to 30. Okay, so your stitch count after row number 23 is 30. Okay, so row number 23 is done. Last row for this making head, row number 24. Remove the stitch marker, 1 single crochet in the first stitch and again mark this stitch with the stitch marker. So 1 single crochet in first stitch, 1 in second, 1 in third and 2 single crochet together or invisible decrease. So 1 single crochet in first 3 stitches, 2, 3 and 2 single crochet together. 1 single crochet stitch in the first 3 stitches and 2 single crochet together or an invisible decrease. So repeat it till end. Your stitch count will come down to 24. So I'll meet you at the end of row number 24. So row number 24 is also done. The stitch count has come down to 24. Remove the marker. In the first stitch make a slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. So in this head portion I am not going to leave a long tail, because for the neck portion I am going to leave a tail to stitch both the parts. Okay, so here I have made a finished off the yarn. Now in this cavity or in this circular portion, we are going to fill the stuffing. Take the fiber filling and then stuff it nicely to give the shape of the head. Again, I'm going to tell you this thing, that do not overstuff your amigurumi project, or do not give a small amount of stuffing, else the shape will not be properly achieved. And one more thing is that do not stuff in large quantities at a time. Insert the stuffing in smaller quantities. Okay, so this will help in retaining the shape of your project, so it will be nicely filled or stuffed if you stuff in with the smaller quantities. Okay, so I need to stuff some more, so I'll meet you in a while. Okay, now head is done. So I have stuffed it, so it is proper round ball for the head. Okay, now the other thing that we are going for this part 1 of the video, we are going to make the arms, these arms. So for making these arms, we need to start with the white color yarn and then go up to the pink color yarn. So we have to make 2 arms. So one arm already I have made, the second one we will be making together. Okay, so let us make it. Taking the white color yarn, again make a magic circle, chain 1 and 6 single crochet stitches in the circle. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Pull the end and close the loop. Row number 1 with 6 single crochet stitches is done. Now row number 2 will be making 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitches. So making 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then marking it with the stitch marker. And 1 more single crochet stitch in the same stitch below to complete 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitches. Okay, so making 2 single crochet stitches in each of the single crochet below. So your stitch count in row number 2 will be 12. 1 2 1 and 2, and in the last stitch 2 more single crochet stitches. So your stitch count has increased from 6 to 12, 2 single crochet stitches in each of the stitch. So remove the marker to start row number 3. Row number 3, 1 single crochet in the first stitch and mark it with the stitch marker once again, and 2 single crochet stitches in the second stitch. 1 in the first stitch, 2 in the second stitch, 1 in the first stitch, 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. So repeat this sequence till end. You will end up with 2 single crochet stitch in the last stitch, and your stitch count will increase from 12 to 18, right? So I'll meet you in a while. Row number 3 is done. Remove the stitch marker. Now from row number 4 to row number 7, that means next 4 rows we are going to make 1 single crochet stitch in each of the stitches by marking our first stitch marker of each row, whether it is row number 4, whether it is 5, 6 or 7. Okay, so 1 single crochet stitch in each of the 18 stitches, and I'll meet you at the end of row number 7 with one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches, and your stitch count will remain 18. Okay, so row number 7, I'll meet you at the end of row number 7. Okay, row number 7 is done with one single crochet in each stitch, removing the marker from the first stitch and slip stitch in the first stitch and then finishing it off. Okay, now we are going to change our color from white to pink. Okay, for the rest of the arm, taking my pink color yarn, in the same stitch where I have made a slip stitch, I am attaching the yarn with the help of a slip knot, taking both the ends together, chain 1 and one single crochet in the same stitch. So now again we are going to make one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. This is your row number 8. So we are going to make one single crochet in each of the stitches till row number 18. From row number 8 to row number 18, we are going to make one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. That means next 11 rows with pink color, we are going to make one single crochet in each of the next 18 stitches. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row number 18, where stitch count will remain 18. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of row number 18. Okay, I'm done with row number till row number 18. So now I'm going to pull the loop and leaving it like this, and then taking the stuffing and then stuff the arm with the help of fiber stuffing. Just stuff enough, do not overstuff it. That's it, it's sufficient now. Now row number 19 we are going to start. Row number 19 will be a decreasing row. Remove the stitch marker to start the row number 19. The sequence for this row number 19 is one single crochet in the first stitch and then mark it with the stitch marker, and then an invisible decrease. One single crochet in the first stitch and then invisible decrease in the next 2 stitches. Oops. This is invisible decrease. One single crochet in the next stitch and then a decrease in the next stitch. Okay, so like this repeat till end. Your stitch count will come down from 18 to 12. So I'll meet you at the end of row number 19. Okay, row number 19 is done. Remove the stitch marker to start row number 20. Row number 20 will be one single crochet stitch in each of the 12 stitches. So one single crochet in the first stitch and then marking it with the stitch marker, and one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches till end, and your stitch count will be 12 for row number 20. So one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. Okay, remove the marker. Now we don't need the stitch marker because we are going to make up to row number 20. Slip stitch in the first stitch, chain 1 and leave a tail of about 8 to 10 inches and then finish it off. Okay, so in this way 2 arms and the head portion is done. This is your part 1 of Amigurumi of making this beautiful cookie, BT21 character cookie. This is a big one with the bigger stitches I have made, means larger number of stitches the number of stitches I have increased over here. So it is a big one, and this one we are going to make a small plushie, right? So hope you like my video on making this beautiful and cute project. So this is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. So I'll meet you in some time for making part 2. In that part we'll be making the body, etc., and in the last part we'll be making the ears and the facial features, right? So hope you like it. Please give it a thumbs up. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any queries, any suggestions, please do write in the comment section. And your suggestions, your comments are always welcome. And if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel, because your one subscription means a lot to me. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will get the notification for each and every time I'll upload anything new. And thank you for watching my videos. Thank you once again. God bless you.